Alrighty then. Let's see if this works. My name is Daniel Rega. Welcome to the stream. I'm hoping you can hear me right. I'm not in the shop because I'm not in the shop. So I kind of MacGyvered this. I jerry rigged this to set up, and it's through my life. And so I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Hopefully, it doesn't double tap on stuff. So I'm assuming how far it needs for me to be in the shower. So there's my hand. So I don't know what you're streaming to, but I'm kind of hoping it's every. Let's see. Uh, huh. Alrighty then. Let's try this again, but on my end. Hello? Don't. Yeah, it. I got you on my computer, but I don't think I got you on my phone. It's hearing you. Well, I'm hearing you, but I think I would need to put you on my speakers so that people can hear you, because I can hear you in my headphones. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know why it's not saying it's live. Oh no, here over here is not saying it's live. It's like, what the hell is going on? Let me see if I can put you on my speakers. Hang on. Uh, can you hear? No. Let's see here. Let me see if I can put you on. Okay, say something.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, there you go. So you might hear double speak from my microphone. I'm trying to pull it away from it. Hopefully it does. It's okay. And I'm not sure why it's not showing up. And hopefully people can hear me and you at the same time. Okay. So. Oh, I was now that reminds me. You didn't give me extra information what I was supposed to be. What pose the characters were gonna be in. Because I went back to the messages and I couldn't find the picture any of the pictures for the other characters of your characters, so I couldn't get like a an extra idea what I should be doing.
All right, hold up. I'm about to find something real quick.
Yeah. So
It shouldn't take long. I'll find something real quick.
I think I'm gonna have to get tell everybody to find a way to message me. uh, so I'm trying to do two things at once, and so I have it on my computer, and because it's not showing up on my computer, and I don't know why. It says I'm offline. Oh, no, there it is. I see it now.
I tell you what, just have them standing there facing forward. I mean, you know, so I mean, something similar to the first goal.
Right.
Cause I can't really, just, you know, I have them standing there facing forward, you know.
No problem,
I
dude.
can't think of anything right. Hold on, let me check my gallery.
Yeah, because I don't know. It seems like they're removing stuff, and because there's like a whole week's worth of I think like about a couple of weeks worth. No, about a week's worth of messages that disappeared, and I'm like, okay, so what happened here? In any case, I need people to let me know if they can see this now. Okay, Kevin, can you see this? Yes, no, maybe someday.
Who, you talking to me or?
Or no, I'm talking to somebody who jumped into the room. He's a client, and he's so no, he's.
It's amazing having clients.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized I have a lot of pictures about this.
Yeah, I have to tell it to give me a live chat because it keeps when it goes to the top chat, it filters out stuff, and I have no idea what's going on. Okay, so I'm just having it stream live and give me an idea what I'm doing. So uh, now that I'm on, I'm drawing a blank what I should be drawing. Well, I guess what I should do is do some sketch work for the comic, I guess, and then this will probably be the character sketches for the. So you notice, yes, I have traditional 11 by 17 pieces of paper. There's quite a bit of a buffer, so hopefully it works out fine. Uh,
Yeah, everybody's streaming tonight. I know Dan Skyver's still streaming, and that one boy, that umbrella guy, is streaming right now too.
I know they're all streaming, and like people are like, you need to get on their show. How do I get on their show? It's like is like trying to get an audience with Gods of Olympus. I'm like, hello, how do I do that? And then and for those who don't know, I got onto the IndieCron thing, so I'm on there now. I'm tracking all $45 of it, but I'm tracking. Let's see.
Which is good, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me see.
So, I guess the difference, now that I think about it, was between pencil and paper is there was pencil and paper is that if I screw up on paper, that's it. I gotta redraw the whole darn thing. I mess up on digital. I just Control Z. So,
I gotta focus here. I'm getting caught up staring at pictures. I gotta focus.
hmm.
But I downloaded a lot of pictures about this.
I actually got to finish that one I was doing. There's like a whole conga line of Balzettes. Or not Balzette, but Peachettes, I guess. Different plants as peach as using the super crown and then
See, I just sent you two different pictures with two different poses you can use for both the characters.
let me see here.
Still got the designs that you know.
Yeah, that you sent me.
Yeah.
So it sent to me one for Fire Emblem, one for Bowsette.
Yeah. Use those two poses, you know, for either or. Use those two poses for both of them. It doesn't matter which one is which.
Doesn't mean there's a message, but okay. I love the way the system works. It doesn't tell me anything I'm supposed to do. And so hopefully nobody.
What's wrong?
No, it's just me. Hopefully that doesn't. Everybody can see okay. Since this is the first time I'm doing this, I literally don't have. I can't find the rest of my my traditional equipment, so I can't draw a straight line to save my life right now.
Sorry to hear that.
So, when in doubt, improvise.
See, just for the dresses and the jacket, this is the same dress and jacket design almost, just tweak it a little bit, but roughly the same, you know, dress and jacket and fire high design to the other characters. Is that okay with you?
I made my rent, and I made the car payment. And I talked to the car people, and they're like, "Oh, hey, by the way, you have 20 days until you're late." Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. So I'm going,
Did you hear me about the design? When you do the two characters I gave you, just roughly the same dress and jacket and fire high design as the other one.
Right. I figured they were about the same, so I was just adding, my own little thing to them here and there. Nothing too crazy. So I guess what I'm doing is I'm making an original character. And
You talk about fine or the one you're doing tonight?
Well, I already did. I started on yours, and I'm about 30% into the characters. And it was just mainly because what I was doing, I was in a rush to get the rest of my work, to get the rent in, and then so I was like, the life of a starving artist. Like, there were a dull moment.
That's understandable.
And then so now it's to work on to work on all the stuff. But today I was just trying to do stuff for the Comic Excel. So I figured I was doing sketch work or doing some practice sketch work for the Indiegogo, and then I'm just realizing how long it's been since I really, really, really sat down and did physical pencil and paper. And then, yeah, because because I started drawing. I started drawing when I was 10. I mean, but you're starting, but they have you doing art since you start first grade or kindergarten rather. And then, but I didn't really get into line work until I was 10, and that's talking like X-Men, Spider-Man, stuff like that. Yeah. And then, like, I even got in trouble for drawing Storm. I got in trouble for drawing Storm.
How did you get in trouble for drawing Storm?
Cause apparently I'm not supposed to be drawing boobs at 12 years old. Cause I was drawing the character like I see it. Well, I'm drawing it from the comic, and the comic has some boobs. So, so that's how I got in trouble.
That kind of sounds like how I got in trouble in high school because they said my writing was too adult for my age. I'm like, I'm in 12th freaking grade. Well, actually, no, because I ended up skipping the 12th grade.
Mm-hmm.
They claimed that my writing was too adult for my age level, which made entirely no sense. That made absolutely no sense whatsoever. I don't know where they got
I don't know where they got that idea. You're practically an adult once you hit 18. And this is what I meant when I said when you're pencil and paper and you screw up and you realize that your neck is too long.
Yeah, imagine that. There's always something, my friend, always something.
Mm-hmm. So I'll probably do this for a little on my phone, mainly because I'm really not too sure how this is gonna work out. Because I don't know if anybody's gonna be like, they're like, hey, do some more like this. No, don't do this again. Your pencil paper sucks. Even though this is how I started drawing.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
wish I had the type of skills, but sadly, I suck. Well, I can't do a period. I got, like I said before, I got one half of the spectrum, but the other half,
Yeah.
I wanted to get one half of the spectrum, but sadly, nothing else. Yeah, I could write pretty good if I say so myself, but no, I can't do it straight hard.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if anybody's like, why is he using a little box to do straight line? Because I can't draw a straight line without a ruler.
Yeah, just like one time, Dan Skyver was he was drawing Cybercraft on the screen.
Mhm.
I think I want to say a couple of days ago, and he was using the ruler.
Yeah, I think people seem to think that we can all draw lines. Uh, we can all draw perfect lines or perfect circles without the use of tools. Like, man, get out of here. Like,
Some people can, some can.
some can, some don't. I'm one of those ones that can't, but I can sit there and I can draw crazy artwork. And it's just that I couldn't find the rest of my tools, and I'm just like, screw it. I'm just gonna use what I got, because I sat here and I jerry rigged a bunch of stuff together. So I have I'm using a bunch of stuff I stacked together to make it elevated high enough that you can see. So you could probably see the edge of an Xbox game case on there. And then my phone goes off and I can't check my phone because I don't want it to accidentally kick it out of the stream. People are like, hey. So I don't know if I'm getting mail. I don't know if I'm getting commission stuff. I don't. I can't read it right now. And then
Have you been keeping track of all the things going on lately?
I heard about the St. Jude thing. I'm like, the hell? And I'm just
All the crazy comic book stuff going on.
yeah. Some of it I can't. I was many of my main concern was making sure I could pay my rent and so I did try. It wasn't for lack of trying, but I was trying to keep up with some things here and there. And like I said, I heard about the St. Jude thing, and I I was like, what? Why would you do that? And
What state do you think to be more precise? What about St. Jude?
I know that someone Kilster, I think that was the name. They were doing.
The kill thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that. I'm like, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, they when we got shut down by the New York Times or something.
Well, I think it was the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah.
Someone told me it was the Wall Street Journal. I'm like, Wall Street Journal? Why would they get it? Why would they get involved in something like that? Why would they sit there and then I heard, oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff going
Yeah.
on.
Hey, Cal, are you there, dude? Because I'm trying to debate if this character should be a human, an elf, or something else. It's like, right now she's just sitting at cheesecake level.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, it's not even that. When in doubt, picking up bot. Yes, I made elves that are fembots. So, uh, because why not?
Yeah, why not? Other than that, it's been crazy.
Yeah. No, I mean I've heard a few things. I know that Mark White is trying to get out of his stupidity, but I'm like, that's your lawyer's an idiot, dude.
That's the general consensus. I mean, all their strategy makes no sense.
It's like you got caught dead to rights, and you're over here. Oh no, I am this and I am that. And it's like, dude, you're nothing but a freaking bully. And it's like, calm down, dude. Just admit you did something you did wrong. Because I looked that up, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much what he did. I'm like, this is like this, you know. One thing is doing something is being falsely accused. The other is actually doing it and then pretending it didn't happen. I'm like, you can't do that.
Yeah, their whole strategy makes no daggone sense. It's turning into a circus. One big gigantic circus, and it's ridiculous. I mean, I mean, justice was back in the end because when he was wrong for what he was doing, but I guess it's all going too far.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how this thing works for making sure I don't smudge my stuff. Okay, I guess I do need to get up. So, I guess what we should probably do is because I don't think anybody really knows all the stuff. Maybe ask me questions regarding to the comic, things I can do. Obviously, I can draw because I'm drawing on paper, and because I don't, because most people don't know me too well. I mean, because I've done let's see,
So you doing a tutorial tonight?
more. Well, maybe not a tutorial, but maybe more like, hey, this is what I can do. This is I've been doing this. Well, yeah, I've been doing this I've been drawing since I was 10. Uh, but I guess my more professional credit is a comic called Pretty Vacant. It's 5-time successfully funded Kickstarter. I think we're gonna do a 6th one, but he hasn't sent me the script. He's just been busy with getting certified for some stuff.
So did you need any more information from me on the characters? Anything else you needed from me in particular?
Not yet. I think really what I just need to know is how to make them how to put them to stand.
Gotcha.
All right, Cal, go on, dude. I don't know. I don't think you can draw. How do I know those aren't stunt hands?
Actually, you know what too? I was talking to a gentleman on from Twitter by the name of Dr. Ray.
Hmm.
And, he's the editor and the creator too that's working on an Indiegogo project. And we
Right.
were talking the other night about, I mean, how everybody's starting to get on, all the shows like Van Scott and John Miller and them to
Mhm.
showcase their projects and whatnot.
Mhm.
And there's one thing that Van Scott said a couple of days ago when they were going over the Richard C. Meyer case and talking about the future of Thomas King.
Mhm.
He said for all these people that got potential projects and whatnot, excuse me,
Mhm.
they need to spend 2019 building their own platform. And I was talking to this gentleman named Dr. Rader from Twitter, about, I mean, if anything, you get together with a group of other creators and stuff, start your own type of high council like how Dan Skyrim has, and build your own platform up that way. Because at the end of the day, we all need to build our own fan bases, get our own followers in order for us to push our project.
Right. I mean, I think I jumped the gun with the project. Was putting it on Indiegogo, but I guess it was just more like, well, let me test the water, let me jump and see how this goes. Uh, if it floats, it floats. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let's see. Dang it.
I mean, you didn't jump the gun per se. I mean, you're doing what you have to do. The only thing about it is, all of us as creators, we can't rely on the pros.
We can't. I mean, we can't sit there and rely on Van Skyver to bail us out.
You know, we
I
can't
think.
rely on the pros to sell our products. We have to be able to sell our own products and build our own fan base.
Yeah. And I mean, it's if even if it doesn't make it, and it's just one of those lessons learned, and you just move on and do what you can. So I'm trying to figure out how much it will cost just to get the individual comics out to backers to back it when I when the when it ends. Once it ends, and then send people their work, because I do want to get them their physical back work as well.
And I mean, the best thing that we can all do for ourselves is to build up our own platform. That's key. That's like, I'm not going to try to pursue getting anything published until I'm sure I have a big enough fan base of people that are going to buy into my product. And once I'm sure that I have a huge enough fan base, then I'll go ahead and, you know, market myself out there and start up a campaign and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the key. I mean, you got a lot of people who out here that don't want to listen to the truth. And I've been saying that too. Like how Van Scott and them say, I've been saying that same thing too. Because you have somebody like Dustin Naple who they were talking about if Richard C. Meyer didn't use all the money that was just being saved up for him for that trial on the GoFundMe.
Yeah.
That they threw out the idea that some of that money could be used by Van Scott to fund like 5 Indiegogo projects this season for potential creators. But the thing about that is,
Yeah.
you're basically holding somebody's hand through the process of building their own audience.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Van Scott said people, it's not a Comics Gate, it's not a welfare program. You got some people who do think it is. And when you tell them it's not, they may get mad at that because everybody's dying to get on Van Scott's show, either to chill with the greats or to show off their would-be project.
I'll just be happy being hosted on anybody's channel, just to talk stuff and do stuff and
Yeah. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy. There's nothing wrong with that. But then you see everybody else out here, like Mr. Cumberly, who he's going Van Scott show sometimes, but he also has his own YouTube channel where he's trying to build up his followers and whatnot. And
Yeah.
he doesn't get as many views as Van Scott or maybe even John Miller or the others, but he gets views.
yeah, I may have to. I'm looking at this. I'm just like, I don't have a light box. I need to. I have to go buy a light box or MacGyver light box. Even though I'm more likely gonna MacGyver light box, and then because I got this smear here, and for the life of me, I can't remember where I put my gum eraser, and I can't get that out.
So what's the light box?
Basically, it's basically like a white thing like this, and you put a light behind it, and you can see, and you're basically lighting up your pencil work, and so you can retrace that. And then usually they have angled ones, they have flat ones, they have, or I can just scan it too, and then but it would help too. Like when I screw up, I can just take that and do the same thing over, because I can't because this particular type of paper is like almost it's cardboard thin, cardboard stock, and so I would need a harder light to see through it, I think. I mean, I can hold it up to the light above, but that's not gonna help me because I can't hold it up and draw at the same time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's see.
The struggle to be an artist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of the stuff is expensive to have, and people assume, oh no, well you're an artist, everything is cheap. Hell, the hell it is.
No, it's not. I've been inside of the art stores before. A lot of that stuff is very expensive.
Yeah, you're talking to see a light the average light box can be anywhere between $30 and $100 and something dollars depending on where you go. I don't have I used to have a drafting table, but I had to sell the damn thing, and so a drafting table will cost me anywhere between $60 to $500, give or take. I think I saw one that was like $1,000, but it came with a light and it came with some shelves and it came with this, and I'm like, that would be nice, but I don't really draw on paper anymore. I draw everything on digitally. So this is the first time in a long time where I seriously had to draw something on paper, physical paper, for a client that's not that's not Comic Con, Comic Con related. So this is related for the work I'm doing, and this is an idea for a character for the comic, but this is much later on the line, and then now that Cal has got me to it, and so usually the idea was the elf bots, or they were made by the elves obviously, and they're all female, and they're all weapons of mass destruction at this point. But they also felt mundane life. So you're talking, if you play Detroit Become Human, Too Human. If you played Detroit Become Human, that's essentially where they're at this point. Is that they're the daily life product that you have to have. You know, you treat it like your iPhone, your tablet, your this or that. Yeah, and
Oh,
then
yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, my friend.
so that's how you would treat these, and then but they also make war models, which are used for war and so on and so forth. Uh, they're not detectable by magic, since they don't carry like a set life force. I guess, if you want to put it that way. And then so they can literally walk into a place without being detected magic wise. Technology is something different altogether. So they can go into a conclave of wizards and take them all out without the wizards ever realizing there's something wrong until the last minute, because they're not being detected in that general fashion. All right, so that's the pencil uh, work,
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
and so we're gonna see if I can do this without messing it up. So,
Yeah, but I didn't know whether you were interested or not, so we were gonna try to get a group of people together, do our own live streams and stuff, and promote our own products, and build our own sort of type of high county.
right.
Because we could all, but let's say if mailing them and Dan Scott and all that. Let's say if they did allow just anybody, whenever they wanted to come on their show and promote their stuff, you still
have to do the legwork.
You still gotta build your own platform because, you know, a lot of people that are diehard fans of Dan Scott, you know, they listen to him. He said to do something, they go do it because, you know, not coming at anybody's neck. You have a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? How can I say this in a positive way?
You have a lot of people trying to
You
play the game.
Just a lot of followers. He has a lot of followers. You know, people play follow the leader instead of being their own person. He has some fans like that, you know, they do the whole follow the leader thing. He says jump, they say how high, or he says, you know, go
Do this.
Or go follow this person. You know, they do it, and there's nothing wrong with that per se, but at the end of the day, you gotta build your own platform.
I wonder if this thing still works. Oh, it does still work.
Platform, you know, I mean, how you gonna get anywhere? No, right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you think about
Feels
it,
like it's running now. Yeah, I'm sorry. Keep going. I'm talking to myself.
it's cool. If you think about it, if Trump didn't win and Hillary would have won, you know, there would be no Comicsgate. If Hillary would have won, there'd be no Comicsgate because all the people who say, you know, that something's bad and they're putting all these politics inside these books, there would have been no reason to shove all these politics inside these books, inside these comics, or there would be no reason to protest against Trump because the left would have got what they wanted,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, then this Comicsgate would essentially it wouldn't exist because there'd be no reason to protest, you know, Trump. There'd be no reason for all these crazy leftist people
Mm-hmm.
to do all the crazy things that they're doing. There'd be no need for that. So, I mean, for all these people trying to make these potential books and, you know, these potential comics and whatnot, you know, they would have to, if there was no Van Skyville or if there was no Comicsgate, they wanted to do a book, they would have to, you know, they would have to build their platform on their own anyway.
Right.
Because, I mean, a lot of these Indiegogo projects and a lot of these projects in general came about because of what's going on with the politics in Marvel and DC. So,
I'm hearing you. I'm just yeah, this probably would have gone on. Would have happened sooner or later. I think the difference is now is that the difference between that and this is that we do have more of, I guess, more of an impact now. Mainly because there are people who have a lot of voice, and because it looks like the culture war is shifting in the other direction, and so people kind of realize, oh my God, this is kind of wrong, this is bad, this is this, you know, what were we thinking, so on and so forth.
so the point I'm trying to make, if there was no Van Skyver, if there was no culture war,
Mm-hmm.
if the left would have got everything they wanted and then some, there would essentially be no Comicsgate. There'd be no need to promote all these people to show all the people who don't want politics in their books that there's alternative out there, and all these would-be writers and artists would have to promote themselves anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them do got YouTube channels. A lot of them are doing that. A lot of them are doing their own thing. But then you got all these other people, and I would love to take a look at Van Skyver's inbox to see all the would-be writers and artists that hit him up on a daily basis, practically begging to get on his show. And then you got the ones who, like the crazy British people, who talk about, oh, I contacted him and he didn't contact us back and screw him, so we're going to make videos about him because he's gatekeeping. He's not letting us get on his show. I could imagine all the would-be writers and artists in his inbox right now crying and screaming and whining. Oh, it's not fair. I want to get on your show. I got a project.
Well,
Blah 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 blah. But see, on top of that,
mm-hmm.
you have to think about it too. I understand the reason why you got to be careful to pick and choose who you bring on the show, who you promote, or who you talk about, because there's a long list of creators who claim to have these projects that they want their money to, they want people to give them money and support them and back them.
I know there's a couple of scam artists out there. I think heard of a few where they had all the money and it's been ages. I think Anna Sarkeesian is one of them, and I think there's quite a few out there that made all this stuff but never fulfilled their I guess their goals. And then because I know that with our Pretty Vacant project, we usually it takes us about a full year to get everybody their comics sometimes. Mainly because it's not so much it's on our side. It's mainly that sometimes the printer guys that print his comic, they tend to have like extra projects, and sometimes they can't work us in all at once, so they have to like do stuff in bits and pieces, and it's like dude. And then so I know that sometimes printing can be the largest pain on the planet, and so it's one of those things you have to look into when you do stuff, and that's what because someone had messaged me about that and about the costs and what have you, and I told him I don't know right now I'm looking into it. I'm seeing where it goes. If I can't afford to do 1,000 copies on a budget of 5 grand, um, I would probably run a second campaign just as like, hey, I miscalculated on this. So aside from the comic, I'll do extra work for it, this and this and this and this, because I need the extra money to get the rest of these things shipped out plus everybody else. And it's like, okay, so I'm hoping that the print publishing company or print company I found works out, and they're not gonna charge me an arm and a leg and a few pints of blood.
Actually, the list of people who lied about their projects and didn't fulfill their obligations are longer than what you think. I mean, they're longer than what I thought too. There's a lot of people out there with Indiegogos and Kickstarters that been around since even before Comics Geek started,
Mm-hmm.
who who wanted crowdfunding for their projects and did not deliver on their end. They did not deliver whatsoever on their end.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing that you got to think about.
Mm-hmm.
When you got a show as big as Various Skivers, you can't bring everybody on because you might have somebody come on with a project and they're sitting there with their hand out for money to help for this project, and then they be one of those people who don't deliver on their project whatsoever.
Right.
You got to think about that too, because then you get held accountable because you brought this person on your show and you promoted their project, and this person turns around and takes everybody's money, does not deliver on the project, and then it makes your name look bad. That makes that person look bad, but they probably, after they run with everybody's money, they probably won't care, but that makes you look bad because you promoted this person and then they didn't go through with their obligation.
Right.
So I understand why you can't promote everybody. That's why I said for all those who are really, really, and I mean this because it takes a lot. It takes a lot of dedication and a lot of, to write a book or do a comic book. Like you want to sit out there and make money. You want to do this project. You want to show the world your imagination. You want to show the world what you're capable of. A lot of people get started. They see how hard it is to keep up with the project, and they give up. They just flat out give up. So, and I was thinking about that too. Like certain factors in my life, like Sony picked the right time to screw up and start censoring their stuff. Because when Sony started censoring games and talking about censoring games, I said I'm done with PlayStation. There's no need to have one if Sony's going to censor games and get like Marvel and DC and start doing SJW type stuff. I mean, I still have my Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo being family friendly, that's Nintendo, so I don't mind that. But when Sony starts trying to pull this family friendly crap, and they was never family friendly before, no, I'm not supporting you because you never censored video games before, so why start doing it now? So with me not having a PlayStation anymore, and me just having a Switch, that frees me up with more time to focus on my writing and to focus on my project like I should. Because it takes dedication and it takes motivation to do the things that we're trying to do. And a lot of people, they see how much dedication you got to put into it, then they give up halfway because, oh, this is too hard, this is too much work, I'm never going to be able to do A, B, and C, so I might as well just say screw it. Like, no, you gotta be willing to put everything aside. You gotta be willing to, put all distractions aside and just focus on getting your work done.
Right.
And a lot of people, some people are ready for it, and then you got some people who think they're ready for it and they're actually not. And then you end up with the Jamal Igles and the Richard Paces and all those other people who promise to deliver a project and they turn around and they lie to everybody.
Yeah.
Or they don't deliver, period. And like I've already promised I'm not gonna be one of those people. When I do get my project out there, I'm gonna try to give my fans what they want. And I'm gonna focus heavily on this time around. I'm gonna focus on my writing. I'm gonna focus on getting better. I'm gonna focus on making a product that everybody likes, that everybody can get behind. And it takes dedication. It does take dedication. And you gotta be willing to put all other things aside and focus on your project. You gotta do that.
Pretty much.
So, I mean, that's another thing that people gotta realize. If you're gonna get out there and say you wanna create something, you wanna do, excuse me, you wanna do a comic book or a book, whatever the case may be, you have to make sure you stay dedicated and that you're ready to, stop bull crapping and put all other distractions aside to get this project done and over with. Or else you're gonna end up like Richard Pace, Jamal Ivo or somebody like that who says, yeah, I'm gonna do this, blah, 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 and then you don't deliver. And God forbid you went on Ethan Van Sciver's show or somebody else's show, and they hyped up your project and they told people to back your project, and all of a sudden, you don't deliver and what you're supposed to do. And that makes them look bad too.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready. Like the pages are all done, right? So right now, the biggest thing I'm working on right now is probably going to be the backer stuff, which I'm probably gonna have to go to the store and actually buy a few more pieces of equipment and tools I need because I just realized that maybe I'm missing quite a bit of few, and then maybe see about a drafting table. Cause I'm over here turning. I'm over. If you're looking at the stream thing, you're watching me turn this thing over and over and over, because I can't get to the angle I need to. And people are like, "Why is he turning it around?" It's, it's like because I can't reach it. And
I mean, do what you gotta do to make it work. That's all you can do.
Mhm.
That's all you can do, my friend. I mean, that's all any of us can do. Is put our best foot forward and, work our hardest with what we got. That's why this Wednesday coming up, I'm gonna go out there and get me a Galaxy Note so I could, cause I work better on that, get me a Galaxy Note so I could get back into my writing. Cause there's a couple of writing apps that I use that work really, really well. So I could get this project up and running and get some chapters out there, see if I can build a fan base. Because like I said, I'm not doing anything until I build a fan base. And
Right.
I suggest that to everybody. So unless you got some for sure backers, you shouldn't be promising a project, or you shouldn't be asking for money for a project unless you got some backers, unless you know people are gonna buy your stuff. Because if you're sitting out there with your hand out for money in the back, and you're not sure your project is gonna sell, you're gonna also fall flat on your face. So I mean, there's some people out there that hang with Van Skyver all the time, like Antonio Bryce, who had 2 failed projects before Brand succeeded.
Mhm.
He failed twice before Brand succeeded. And there's other people out there who had projects that failed before their current project succeeded.
Right.
So that's why I always say, make sure you got a fan base. Make sure people are going to buy your stuff before you get out there with your hand out asking for money, or else you're gonna be sitting there with a product that's not selling, that's not moving, and everything is gonna be all for naught.
Right. Oh, I mean, even in the case if it doesn't work out, I can always do like a web comic or just try retooling it for a bit something more, and then but wait more into the new year to try again. And
Yeah. That's why I figured I at least want to get like 500 people on board. If I can get 500 people that are for sure going to buy it, I'll do it. 500, no less than 500. If I get 500 people that I'm for sure going to buy it, all right, I'll go through with it, because that 500 people could easily sit there and be like, and tell other people, hey, this was good, blah blah blah. Check this out.
right.
You know, that spread. That 500, that word from 500 people could easily spread as far as the eye can see. But even if I don't, what I thought about doing is that I would write it to completion. I would pay out of my own pocket to get a couple of copies printed up, and I would give them to certain people in power, of course, to read it, to see what they think. And, you know, that's when I would sit there and rely on somebody like a John Millen or a Van Skyver to take a look at it. If they like it, you know, spread the word.
Right.
Then not only will the product be actually completed and finished, so I won't have to worry about sitting down, you know, writing or give a particular date when I'm going to be done writing. And all I have to do is just go back and reprint a bunch of copies, how many ever I needed to sell to people. So either way you see it, I'm not doing nothing big until I get enough backing. Like when I get enough people behind the project, then I'll do something. When I get enough people that's gonna back it, then I'll do something. But I'm not gonna launch prematurely. You got a lot of people out there that are ready to launch prematurely.
Right.
And it's sad because so many people are impatient, and so many people understand, you know, you feel that you deserve to be famous, or you feel that you
I deserve to
should
be. I deserve to make a living, not to be famous. I don't care to be famous.
well, not you, those people.
Right.
Those people think that, oh, I deserve to be famous. I deserve to be in the spotlight with everybody else, with the Mailers and the Van Skyvers and all those other people. And they basically wanna bring people stick figures on white pieces of paper and be like, look at my comic book, buy my comic book, support my comic book. I'm going on Van Skyver's show. I'm doing AD&C. You know, give me money, support me. And one, you got a half-ass project. Two, you got an unfinished project. Three, you don't even have a fan base. And four, you sit there banking on Van Skyver's credibility, and Van Skyver's fan base to back you just because Van Skyver told them to back you.
Yeah, no.
Because you got a lot of these indie projects that people are only backing because Van Skyver told them to. And I actually got proof of that. I talked to some people who said, well, you know, Van Skyver still back you. He likes it, so I'm going to back it because he told me to. I've literally had conversations with people that said, oh, normally I would never buy this book. I wouldn't even pay $1 for this book, but because Van Sciver told me to back it, I'm gonna back it.
Yeah, no, that's kind of a little blind faith right there. That's
Yeah,
look.
that's no.
Back my work if you think if back my work because you like it, but don't back my work because somebody said so.
Yeah, see, that's the whole thing. That's why I said you get together with some people, you start your own high council, so to speak. You build your own fan base together, so to speak, and you work together and you know, y'all build yourselves up instead of relying on the pros to build you up. You get together with some like-minded people and y'all build your own high council. That way you build your own fan base instead of sitting there having Ethan Van Sciver say, well, I like it, so you people go back it because I like it. Because you literally have people who only back these projects, some of them, because Van Sciver said, yeah, go back it. And people like, just like Robert, and just like Drone, they said, okay.
Yeah, no. I don't even agree with something like that. Just like if you're gonna back my work because you like the project or you like the idea or you like what I'm doing. Don't back the project because somebody said so.
Yeah, I'm not going to throw no names out, but somebody told me the other day, just like with NASA's book Stardust, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not throwing no names out there, but somebody told me the other day, they wouldn't even pay $1 for Stardust. Like, they said they only pay 50 cents for Stardust. It's not worth the money that NASA is asking for. And I'm like, well, you know, that's your opinion. You got the right to feel that way. I mean, some people like the book, some people don't like it. And it's the same thing with other projects. People are like, yeah, if somebody let me borrow it, I'll read it. But other than that, I'm not paying for that book, or I'm not paying for that Indiegogo, I'm not paying for that comic. But if somebody lets me hold it, then I'll read it. And a lot of people have attitudes like that too. So my whole thing is, if you build your own fan base, you come off likable, you come off charismatic, and you come off as somebody entertaining, you're gonna build a fan base hard, quick, and fast.
Well, I don't know
But you
about
gotta
charismatic, but it's like I try my best, you know.
you have to be charismatic to sell a product. You have to be charismatic.
Or
You have to have a personality that people can get behind.
and the pin is is it pin spin?
You have to be you have to be somebody that people sit there and be like, oh shit. I mean, I like this person. I'm gonna watch every live thing this person does, and I'm gonna hang on every word this person says. You gotta be a likable person. That's why people like The Rock are successful. That's why John Cena is successful. All these people that got a voice, all these people that have personality, they're successful because they keep the audience on the edge of their toes. You gotta be one of those people to sell a product, especially to have a fan base the Van Sciver has, because people like what he says.
Mm-hmm.
People love his personality. But, you know, that's why I said it's best for you to build your own personality instead of going on Van Sciver's show. And he said, oh, yeah, I like this back to person. And people are only backing you because Van Sciver said so.
Yeah, no.
I'd rather people back because they love my personality instead of backing me because, oh, Van Sciver said to back you, so I want to back you. No, back me because you love me. Back me because you love who I am, not because Van Sciver told you like a robot, oh, go give this person money. No, back me because you love me, not because somebody else told you to back me. Then you got people who will buy your book just because Van Sciver said so, and then they won't read it.
Yeah, no.
I want you to buy it. I want you to read it. I want you to enjoy it. I want you to enjoy me.
Yeah, I know. Is cause I had a chat with some people the earlier today uh about pricing, like I said, prices for comics and how to track for work and what have you. And I can't use this pen to save my life. And and so I might have to redraw something. So the thing I messed up right here was pen.
What did you say? What happened at work today?
Huh?
You were saying something about something that happened at work or something. What you saying?
No, I don't. No, this is my only job. For those who don't know, this is my only job. I do commission work and nothing else, and literally nothing else. So no, someone was asking me about my prices on my Indiegogo, and I told him, well, the idea is that I'm doing this comic, but I don't want to sit here and put a crazy price because I don't know because I really don't want to sit here and sound like I'm being greedy and that's not the case. And I should probably find a different use for this pen. And then once it dries, I'll do something different. May have to find one of my markers and do something better with it. And then let's see. All these pins, and I can't figure out which one does what anymore. So I'll just sit here and look at the pin width and make sure I'm using the right line the whole entire time. And then as you can see, I already messed up on the pole. So now, so I would probably have to take this to my computer, scan it into my computer anyway, and redo it that way.
And you know what? My attitude is like this about it too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if I do go ahead and like, you know, write this book and get a couple of copies printed out, and
Mm-hmm.
if I can sell it, you know, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I can't sell it, you know, at least I put my best foot forward, and I didn't give up, and I didn't fail. I succeeded. And you never know. Maybe one day I'll get that H.P. Lovecraft or Edgar Allan Poe thing where I hate to say it like this, sadly, it didn't become famous to actually die.
That's pretty much the case for most artists. It's like I'm pretty sure Van Skyver and quite a bunch of us won't make the headlines until much later, and by then we're all dead and buried at that point.
Well, I mean, like H.P. Lovecraft is talked about in writing classes in college.
Mm-hmm.
Like they all like people use his work in colleges to do lectures for examples of good writing. You know, especially because of fictional stories. So I mean, people reference this man in college courses. How more famous could you be? I mean, sadly, he didn't make no money off this stuff until after he died, and it all went to somebody else. But I mean, at least you know, at least he's somebody. He's inspiring people. Even after he died, he inspired people. And I mean, I'd rather inspire people. Even if I don't inspire people until I'm dead and gone, at least my work did some good.
Right.
If they're sitting there talking about my work in colleges 75 years after I'm gone, hey, I could live with that.
Yeah.
I could live with that. But yeah, I mean, so way back when, and you know, such and such time period, you know, they did this, they influenced this, and they influenced that, and blah blah blah. Yes, he's crafty. Okay, you know. All right, I'll take that thing. I'm not going to argue with that, but I mean, yes, I'm one of those people, just like everybody else. I want to make money off of my beautiful creation. I want to be somebody that people look up to.
Yeah, but that all takes time.
Yeah, it does take time. That's what I'm trying to say. It does take time. So a lot of people get discouraged. They sit there like, oh, I thought this was going to make more than what it did, or oh, I thought this was going to be better than what it did, and they get discouraged, they get depressed, they get their little feet hurt. The whole thing is, look, you put your all into it, it didn't make as much money as you thought it did, and you tried your hardest. You tried your hardest to do A, B, and C, and you succeeded. You succeeded. The fact is that you tried.
Right.
I mean, yeah, there's no participation award. Yeah, there's no spirit award when it comes to what we're trying to do. But at least we had the balls to go out here and try and put our best foot forward, while you got some people who never try at all.
Right.
Like, I'd rather sit there and write a book, get the book printed, get the book out there, and have 5 fans that sit there and not write anything, and have no fans that sit on a project that could have made millions of dollars and never went through with it until I was scared.
Right.
You know, I mean, you got to be your own motivator. And if you motivate yourself to go out there, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna do this comic, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna write this movie, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna write this book. Whether you got 1 fan, 2 fans, 5 fans, or 5 million fans, I mean, the fact that you got fans of your work Even if you got one fan, that's better than having 0 fans. If you have one fan of your work, that's better than sitting there like, oh, I got this idea for this project, so I'm scared to do it, so I'm not going to do it because I'm scared. No, I rather be one of those people who I did it, I put my best foot forward. I didn't make the money I wanted to, but at least I put my best foot forward. And I'd rather be one of those people who I thought I was going to have 5,000 fans. I don't got 5,000, but I got 500 fans. Okay, I don't have 500, but I got 50 fans. At least I got fans.
Not pretty much.
No, those 50 fans can turn into 5,000 fans, and 5,000 fans turn into 5 million fans. You never know. You got to have patience. You got to believe in yourself. Like I said, Lovecraft died of poor writers. But look how famous he is now. Look how famous he fucking inspired Stephen King. Excuse my language. He inspired Stephen King, and a lot of Stephen King's work is based off stuff that Lovecraft did in his work. Like, I mean, you know, that's Stephen King's famous. Freaking famous.
Right.
And not just that, a lot of people are inspired by Lovecraft. Like I said, they talk about his writing in college courses about creative writing. I mean, even if I didn't make a big impact while I was alive, if I'm dead and people are using my work, or people talk about my work in college courses, and I was able to see it, or whatever the case may be, I'll be happy with that.
I'll just be happy if people acknowledge my work at the very least. I'm not looking to be in the college school. I mean, I would love to, but you know, it is what it is, and right now most of this I'm doing because I need the money, and it's you know, to pay bills, do this, do that, buy better equipment instead of having to jerry rig a setup so I can put my phone on it and get it to see that way, and then try to do everything on a flat surface because it's better to have some of this stuff angled.
Well, I mean, think about that, though. Think about college courses referencing your work, and they're teaching, and they're saying, see what this guy did? He did A, B, and C, and you should try writing like this, or you should try telling the story like this guy did. This what made him famous. Like, I mean, could you picture that? Like, somebody taking your work, you know, you see what this guy did? He did A, B, and C. Well, you know, you should. I mean, you should try doing it like this. And like I said, I got my associates in journalism. I got my associates in creative writing, and one of my creative writing classes, they talk. I mean, the whole entire semester, they reference H.P. Lovecraft and other people.
Right.
Like, I mean, I took a screenwriting class too, and they reference like some of the good directors, like who is that? Off the top of my head, I know, not Jack Kirby, Stanley Kubrick. I know they talked a lot about him. When I took the screenwriting class, there's a lot of the different directors they talked about, like Francis Ford Coppola and stuff like that. They say, you see how they did A, B, and C, blah, blah, blah. If you do things like that, or if you, like, try to, you know, market your work like that, or use techniques like that, you're going to build a fan base and do, you know, A, B, and C, blah, 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 blah. But you get what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Make an impact.
You know, so, I mean, you know, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, it'd probably be better, it'd probably be more beneficial for your income if people did that while you were alive. But, you know, if you're gone and people are representing your work like that and your work is teaching a new generation, I mean, why not? Why not?
Oh man, let me see.
I mean, for some weird reason, especially in this day and age, everybody seems to love Lovecraft's work. I mean, all the weird monsters he made and all the weird primordial gods that he created. A lot of people seem to like that stuff. And I mean, I have a few Lovecraft, what's the word I'm looking for? I have a few Lovecraft inspirations, but not as much as other people. Like, other people think this man is a god. Like, some people think Edgar Allan Poe is a god. Like, I mean, yeah, they did some good stuff. They wrote some good stories. I mean, but I wouldn't look up to them that hard.
Mm. Yeah.
But I mean, everybody has their taste. You know, that's nothing wrong with that. But you gotta learn from somebody.
Everybody has to learn stuff from somewhere. I mean, you know, like I said, I don't really expect handouts and right. Honestly, I would I would just be happy just getting work on a more regular basis, and you know, just go from there. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Money is a good motivator. There's nothing wrong with money being your motivator. Nothing wrong at all.
mm.
Money is a damn good motivator, especially when you're looking for success. There's nothing
Well, I
wrong with
mean,
that.
it's not like I'm sitting there gonna try to rule the world, but well, maybe with a cheesecake artwork, but it's
I mean, everybody's motivation for being a creator is different. Some people want tons and tons of money. Some people just want to pay their bills. Some people want to influence. They want to influence pop culture. Some people want to influence the world. Period. And some people want all the above. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. In your case, you want to pay your bills. You know, I respect that.
mhm.
I admire that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Then you got some people who they just want to be rich and famous. And other people just want to be, they just want to be famous. And some people just want to be loved.
Right.
And they think the only way to find love is if people fall in love with what they created. There's nothing wrong with it.
Is one thing
Nothing
I've
wrong with it at
learned.
all.
Is one thing I've learned is one of the things I'm always taught is that whatever you do, whatever you say, whatever you've done, don't fall in love with your own work. Because chances are, just because you love it doesn't mean the next person is going to. It's one of those things I'm always told.
If you don't fall in love with it, then I mean, how you gonna have the motivation to keep doing it?
Well, it's not. I mean, if you're talking about it about as far as a freelance artist, or in my because in my case, I'm a since I'm a freelance illustrator. The immediate thing is that the work has to follow what my client is looking for. So they're looking for a character with bunny ears, and she has to wield a giant hammer and needs to be bopping Mark Waid in the head or whatever. Then that's what I need to draw as they specify, and then
Yeah, of course.
but but usually is that first draft you don't in the first, second, third draft you don't fall in love with because they're gonna want something different. And so once you made it to a complete project is when you can have more love for the artwork you've done because then you can go, hey, look, I did that.
Of course.
Yeah,
I'm not saying be a cocky son of a bitch. But there's nothing wrong with loving what you created.
right. Oh, as
Because
far
if
as
you
your own
have
stuff, yeah. I mean, like, it's your project, your
I
stuff.
mean,
You have fun with it.
if you don't have any love for it, why do it?
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, each man's sky the red fall. Therefore, he loves doing cyberpunk. That's all he wants to do. That's why he no longer works for DC, because he wants to do his own thing.
Mm.
I mean, I love my characters, and I want to do my own characters and write about them and possibly make some money off them as much as I can. But I mean, if I don't make as much as I believe I will, I'm not going to sit there and cry about it. But, I gave it my best shot. And like I said, you never know. I mean, let's take time to grow over time. And over time, you may wake up one day and what you made may be the biggest thing on earth. Might be, it might not be, but you only got to give stuff time. You got to give it time to grow.
Right.
The thing is, never give up. Never give up hope. Never give up on yourself.
Right. Just keep on trucking. And then what was it from Rocky Balboa? It's not how many times you go down or how many times you get hurt,
You get
get
knocked
hit.
out, how many times you get back up?
Yeah, it's how many times you get back up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's sad we have a lot of would-be writers and artists out there who are like us. They're you know, they're amateurs. They're just starting out, or they're just building their craft. They're going to get that first no, and they're going to get knocked down, and they'll be like, oh well, I give up. It's not for me. Why give up just because you got one no? Just because you got one rejection letter? Then all of a sudden you're going to give up? No, you keep going. You keep going until you come across that person who says yes. Because you're not gonna get anywhere giving up.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Yeah, I know. It's just a like I said, when it comes to some certain works, you gotta separate yourself sometimes until you gotten to that point, and then but I'm always like looking for an idea, looking for things to do, and looking for a challenge, and then speaking of challenges, I'm just not thinking of the scene idea that I'm kind of trying to draw right here, and then
Well, I mean, yeah, 'cause you have some people who are overly cocky and they think they're God's gift to everything. I mean,
I'm no.
you're not gonna succeed if you think you're God's gift to everything.
Yeah, I know. I've dealt with a few of those people before. It's just, uh, it's like, oh no, well, I've done. It's like, dude, come on, give it up. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, you have some creators out there, like, well, actually, that's the problem with this going on with the Marvel creators and DC creators now. I mean, they think they're God's gift to, you know, fictional media, and then people get online and say, well, I didn't like how you did A, B, and C in this story, and then you have said creators who think they're God's gift to fictional media, cursing people out, and that's why you have movies like Comic Gate.
oh man, no, I mean, yeah. I'm like, but a lot of the stuff is stretching it into other territories as well. I mean, but it's just, yeah, I don't understand. It's like, uh, I worked in retail. I worked in restaurant. I've done everything, and I do my own business. And I'm like, you don't do that. It's like if I did that at a retail job, I would be fired in the next minute.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I did that at a restaurant, I'd be fired the next second. I'm just like, this is
Yeah,
stuff this is like everything that they've done. This is stuff you don't do. And let's see.
then I'm sorry, I gotta agree with the people in their complaints. I mean, just like how DNC reviewed Heroes in Crisis 2 recently, and I agree with them. The story sucks. And not just that, all these other stories that people have been reviewing from Marvel and DC alike, like it just the story makes no sense. It's written poorly. You have characters doing things they never did before
Mm-hmm.
out of nowhere because you're trying to sell a book, and people are sitting there like, hey, you know, I don't like that. Like, you know, this is piss poor writing, and instead of taking criticism and taking critique, you got these creators who be like, oh well, if you don't like it, it's not for you. If you don't like it, don't buy it, or they just flat out curse somebody else, and you can't get nowhere doing that.
Right. I'm just like, are we talking about that crisis thing? Because they seem to like using crisis, the term crisis a lot. Well, crisis on this, crisis on that, crisis on. Like, guys, I think you're wearing out the word crisis, and I don't think you don't understand what that means anymore.
I'm sorry, that Heroes of Crisis is a bad book. It's a bad idea. It's a bad book. What I've seen,
It when I first saw that issue, I'm like, this looks. If you're gonna kill characters, you gotta do it in a manner that befits the characters. You just can't sit there and go, oh well, all these characters are dead, and we're doing it as a mystery thing. I'm like, you killed a bunch of characters, a lot of characters a lot of people liked. And then you sit there and you take other characters uh like Dick Grayson, and then you turn them into Jason Todd. I'm like, for that, you might as well just stick with Jason Todd. At least he had him. At least he's been in more into the characters you're asking him to be into. And then,
yeah, basically. But I mean, they don't get that concept. You know, they're just right now. It's a cash grab. Just throwing stuff at the wall, hoping it sticks. And that's both companies. They're both doing that. They're throwing out all these crazy ideas, hoping that hey, people like this, and when it turns out that they don't like it, then they instead of blaming themselves, they blame the reader.
Oh Lord. And yeah, I know, Cal.
Uh. Freaking crazy. And this one of these days, somebody's gonna make a movie out of Comic Geek because this whole movement is just ridiculous. Like this whole thing has just started a whole lot of craziness and a whole lot of misconstrued ideologies and problems. And one of these days, it's either gonna be talked about in an Ethan Van Sciver biopic movie, or Comic Geek is gonna have his own movie. Period.
Yeah, I'm right now. It's just weird, and people are like, "Oh, well, hey, you're doing this and you done that." I was like, it's. I was like, I've seen all these. I've I've been like I was the most I guess I'll tell. I've been bullied since second grade, all the way up to about ninth grade. So I know what a bully looks like when I see one. And right now, comic gates people have been acting like bullies. I really wish that not comic gate. I'm sorry, the comic pros. The comic bros have been acting like bullies, back and forth, up and down, left and right. And I'm like, you guys need to chill. The more you keep at it, the more you're making yourself look like a bad guy. You need to stop acting like this and start acting like professionals. You act like professionals, people will respond to you better. But you need to stop taking the criticism like they're attacking you, and because they're not attacking you, to tell you, hey, this looks bad. Stop doing it. And what it is. It boils down to is essentially it's the nerds versus the cool kids, because the comic pros trying to be the cool kids, and comic skate is the nerds. But and so everybody needs to sit down at the table and like, hey man, this is not cool. This is not awesome. You need to stop. If you want to make characters that are representative of black, white, Hispanic, this, and so on and so forth, make new characters. Quit taking old characters and changing them for whatever reason. If you're gonna retire the character, be respectful to the character. If you're gonna retire Captain America, retire him in the most positive manner possible, as he's handing off the shield to somebody else.
Yeah, but see, you know what's funny with that, and I noticed it recently.
Mm-hmm.
If you play a game like Fire Emblem Warriors,
Mm-hmm.
some of the characters from Fire Emblem are actually written to coincide, or they're written to represent characters from Marvel and DC. And it's sad when Nintendo could take a Fire Emblem main character like Crom, and Crom is written to be like Captain America, and Crom is actually written better than the way Captain America is being written right now.
Okay, that is bad.
Now, Crom's personality, for all intents and purposes, because it's Fire Emblem, so you have a lot of, it's basically a whole lot of knights and whatnot going against dragons, monsters, whatever. You
Mm-hmm.
have this guy who's a prince
Mm-hmm.
who doesn't have a shield, he has a sword, who has a completely different background than Captain America, but his ideologies and personality are
Mm-hmm.
more Captain America, like the way Captain America is being written right now.
Yeah, because see the thing is that over there in Japan, it's not it's social justice warrior is not taken very seriously, and they kind of think it's a joke. I mean, some are falling into that method mode of thinking, but not all of them. And it's so it's so I would that's why I take kind of my influences from from anime and certain things and so on and so forth. And then
And then there was that whole argument about how Goku was a knockoff Superman for a time being. That's one of the biggest arguments when you got the Superman versus Goku argument. That, oh, Goku's just another knockoff Superman, like the carbon copies that Marvel has made, or all the other carbon copies of Superman that's in DC. But sadly, who's being written better right now? Goku or Superman? Who's being written poorly, and who's getting involved in things that he's never been involved in before that make no sense? And who's being written more like the hero he wouldn't get behind?
yeah, no, it's like as soon as I heard they were passing it off to uh, uh, they were passing it off to this shoot, I can't remember his name now. That's how badly I don't want him doing stuff.
Brian Michael Bendis.
Brian Michael Bendis. I'm like, okay, I wonder how badly he's gonna misrepresent this character.
Well, the last I saw, he had Superman and Lois break up
Why?
because this is the excuse that he gave. She wants to focus on being a reporter. She doesn't want to be a mom or a wife right now. She wants to be a reporter. So therefore, she had to break up. She had to break up with the most powerful man in that universe to go be a reporter.
That makes no sense.
Exactly, and this is why I no longer support DC and Marvel. Okay, you got Nazi Captain America on one side, and Superman's been cut. So
Cause he's been neutered.
he's been cut. He has been cut.
Uh,
And it's sad because Clownfish TV, they've been covering a lot of stuff going on with the new He-Man.
yeah, the clownfish. Yeah.
Yeah, and basically all the male characters in the new She-Ra reboot are basically there to teach young boys that you're basically supposed to cater to your wife and your wife's boyfriend. They're basically made to teach boys how to be beta males.
What?
Yes. The underlying message is to teach your boys how to be beta males. Your wife rules the relationship. She has the pay. Even though you're the breadwinner, your wife still has the pants in the family. And if your wife has a boyfriend or something along that nature, you're supposed to cater to them hands and foot. You're like, so basically, you're trying to teach boys how to be beta males. Like, no.
Nah. Hell no.
First off, because I've been in a situation like this before. First off, nobody's sleeping with my wife or my girlfriend unless I want you to. I've been there before. Don't get in this misconstrued. And that's putting a little bit too much of myself out there, but see, I like that type of stuff. So if I want it to happen, it's going to happen. If I don't want it to happen, it's not going to happen. But the fact that you're producing shows and books and movies and stuff in this day and age, basically teaching young men to be beta males, no, that's not acceptable.
Yeah, no.
You're teaching young men to accept being cuffed. To grow up to be expecting to be cuffed one day. No.
Yeah, no.
There's nothing going on in my household unless I want it to happen.
Yeah, I'm single. I'm single, and I'm going no. I'm like, it's like, hey, you want your freedom? Have your freedom. You want to do this? You can do this. But
But that's what's going on in Marvel and DC right now. They're sending mixed messages. Everything is, oh, screw the Republicans, screw Trump. And on the other side of the message is, oh, you know, it's all about colored people, gays, and women, but mostly about women because, you know, women haven't had real rights before, which is bullcrap. And the best course of action with dealing with women is letting control of themselves.
I think I've actually seen an issue of I think I've seen an issue of X-Men. I can't I think it was Red or Gold, one of the two. But I was like looking at it, like I think they just made Storm racist.
But you know why they're doing that, right? They're doing that because they're trying to say in hindsight, oh yeah, Hillary should have won.
No.
He should be in charge of the country. So basically what they're doing in media is they're trying to depict powerful women, or they're trying to depict women being more powerful than men to try to show people, see, we should have had a woman running the country. If we would have had a woman running the country, everything would be perfect. See, women should be
Nah. So what happens if she had one and then the country turns to crap? Is it still gonna be women or the most awesome thing on the planet?
If Hillary would have won, there would be no comic game. And all these Indiegogo creators and stuff would have to sit there and fend for themselves to sell their products. There would be no comic gate, there'd be no politics in media, there'd be no politics and cartoons and comic books and all this other stuff if Hillary would have won. But because he didn't win, you gotta get beat over the head with all these stories, all these fictional stories that, oh, women are more powerful than men, women should be in control of men, and all men should be beta males, and all men should be cucked, and, you know, and Republicans are bad, and people on the right are bad, and everybody on the right is not. No, that's not true.
So everybody right of left is a Nazi. So that means I'm automatically Nazi, even though I don't care to be any one side group.
But that's the message they're sending. The message they're trying to send is Hillary should have won, and everybody that's Republican is a Nazi. And then all
So
men,
basically, everybody is.
all men should be under the boot of some female. No. No.
Okay, that's highly illogical. I mean, it's already been scientifically proven that men are factually stronger than females in many ways, and it's not a back and forth. What men have all their strength in, women have all their cons in. Whatever men have their cons in, women have their pros in. I mean, there are things that separate us all together, all anyway. And as far as being, if you're not a Democrat, then you're a Nazi. That's just plain stupidity altogether.
Yeah, but that's the message they're putting in all this fictional media and stuff, and that's the message they're trying to brainwash these people's kids into thinking. That's why you have all these things like, oh, all of a sudden Wonder Woman has her own team. All of a sudden Lois Lane wants to break up with Superman because she wants to be a high-ranking reporter and she doesn't want to be a wife or a mother anymore. Or all these other crazy things they're doing.
So basically, she's abandoning her child.
She's abandoning her husband and her child because she wants to be a star reporter.
That's actually worse than being a deadbeat father. Is being a wow.
Yeah, but this is all because Hillary didn't win. All this is because Hillary didn't win. That's what it boils down to. All this crap because Hillary did not win. So we got to be stuck with all these lackluster stories, all these stupid messages.
I don't think they understand how this really works. And
Trying to figure out the SJW mindset will have your head hurt.
I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try. But that's not how. It's not how physics works. It's not how science works. It's not how society works. You don't. Yeah. You can sit there and go about telling people, but at the end of the day, it's you. That's the whole point of free will, is that we can think, we can do what we want. That's the whole point. We can think, and
Yeah, you can't tell them that, sadly. All this because Hillary didn't win. So if she would have won, we wouldn't be going through this right now.
No, we would be going through it, but they would be doing it much harder.
No, because there wouldn't be all these messages out here, all these underlying messages about how a woman should be running the country and all this, that, and all this other SJW bullcrap. If she would have won, there'd be no comic game.
Well, that's the point. That's what I meant. Is that we would have lost the culture war and everybody, and they would still be trying to turn every male into a beta male. I think.
No, because they would have been happy that she won, and they would have sat there, and there would be no underlying messages in fictional media.
Well, there's a phrase that someone told me. You give them an inch, and they will take a mile. Consider if Hillary at 1, that's the inch. Imagine what the mile would be.
Yeah.
You know.
Imagine that.
So it's like that's one of those things you have to consider. You know. And like I've heard that phrase before. And I'm like, yeah, that kind of describes some things that have happened. And then because as a freelance illustrator, I have to be careful how much I do here and there. And then because when I first started, I gave that inch and people took that mile. And so you have to. So it's now it's a balancing act now from then to now. It's turned into a balancing act to try and do work, give a reasonable price, but not get robbed at the same time. Or because there are things because I've had people ask me, hey, could you do free art? No, I'm sorry. It's like here's the rate, here's the discount that goes with it when you first do this and you first do that, and then so you just have to sit there and see what the idea their idea would be is as far as people are concerned. So they're gonna go, oh, okay, well, now that we want this, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do this, and so not even to try and sound conspiracy theorists, which is funny because they'll over here. I think I've seen it before where I was like, oh, you're doing a conspiracy theory, spinning their own conspiracy theory about this and that, especially comic hit stuff, and I'm like, she's like, I don't see that. You guys are just making stuff out of thin air, and so it's kind of weird to see.
Oh yeah. Yeah, most definitely.
Uh, so I don't know. Yeah, like I said, you screw up on paper, and it makes things a lot harder.
Yeah, I know. It's
Because I can't zoom in. Make this better.
oh yeah, all this craziness.
Hmm.
But that's life. I mean, that's why stuff like comics get exist because we want to take the politics out the stories. And I mean, I talk a lot about that too. You know, this one's political free entertainment. There's nothing really wrong with Republicans. There's nothing wrong with Trump. It's just that we've had a black president, which
Hmm.
is something that they never had before.
Hmm.
We've never had a female president before, and everybody had their hopes up to have a female president right after having a black president, which was, it broke a lot of barriers. But at the same time, there'll be a female president one day. It will. They just gotta be
They just
patient.
gotta pick somebody that doesn't sound suspicious upon hearing her name. I mean, they just took the worst candidate I've heard of, and it doesn't matter what side of the field she's on. She just sounded like a bad candidate all the way around. A lot of her policies and ideas, and just like, okay.
And my whole thing is this: they had the chance to have a female in the White House with Bill, and things didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, y'all could have had a female in the White House running stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. I don't get what these people want. I don't get why all of a sudden everybody on the right is a bad guy, or why, it really matters who you vote for. It's just ridiculous.
Hey man, I heard about the Don Lemon thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, huh?
No, I'm talking somebody else. What'd you say?
The Don Lemon thing?
What's that?
He's literally putting out there. Well, all white people are the devil incarnate. I'm like, wow, that's terrible, man. That's a terrible train of thought to have. Like that's not a way to live. You know, you're gonna sit there and think that all people are evil. Then there's no way to make your world go up from that kind of a down. You know, so it just kind of boggled my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hate to talk about politics because as far as I know, politics people like to start fights with politics, and so I'm surprised we had no one come in here and start talking trash to us and so on and so forth. And then it's like I'm like I said, I'm a centralist for the most part, but at this point it's like, well, Democrats have done enough to make me not like them. I mean, I know a few that are center of the left, and it's like and those are all fine. And everybody gets along, but it's like the traditional Democrat seems to have gone away, and I hope they come back. You know, because everything should be the way the government works is it should all be a compromise. At least that's what I've understood. Learning as I grew up, reading books about it, and when being taught this and that, and like this is how our government works. And like, okay, cool, everything's on compromise. You know.
I mean, even with politics, it's not even talking trash because I have no problem with the Democratic Party. I have no problem because I was a non-party to begin with. I was a non-party voter.
Mm-hmm.
Like I voted for whoever sounded the best. I got no problem with Democrats, and I got no problem with Republicans. But my whole thing is the way the Democrats are going about, trying to bring change is creepy, it's weird, it's ridiculous, and if you're not a Democrat these days, it's like their whole concept is, oh well, you're alt right, you're a Nazi, you're blah blah blah, you're acting smackety, and I don't know if you've seen it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Even on Twitter, they have these weird Democrat ads to try to get people to vote Democrat. These ads are weird and creepy. Or they have this one ad on Twitter with these soccer moms between the age of 45 and 55
Uh-huh.
with no clothes on talking about to vote Democrat.
Oh God.
I don't get what kind of message you're trying to send with a picture like
Okay,
that.
I think I figured out what they were trying.
The
So
last I want to see is somebody's mom, 45 to 55, somebody's mom with no clothes on talking to vote Democrat.
okay, I can see where they're getting where they're going with that. I think let me guess. They put the ballot by their nether regions.
Yes, they did.
Okay, so I know where they're getting this from. They're getting it from the president's grab them by the P line, and so that's why the ballot is there. Oh my God, why?
Yes.
You could have made a more positive message. Stop including the president. Just make a message that's positive. If you want people to actively be interested in your side, you need to present a positive message. Not sit there and try to spite the president because he's the president.
Yeah, but their way of doing that is creepy as all hell, dog. I mean, what they did was creepy. Was creepy. All right, bring it to me when you can. The way they're doing it is creepy as all hell, though. And I mean, I did something on my own to counter that. Like, I took this real sexy picture of Nine the Phantom from Blaze Blue,
Mm-hmm.
and I put on there. I put a meme on there, Trump 2020, and the picture looks hella sexy. And I said, look, the Democrats want to show you, they get soccer moms. I'm going to show you, a sexy video game chick to Trump 2020. And I had one person say, yo, man, that booty swayed my political agenda. I said, that's the whole point. They want to try to sway people's political agenda with soccer moms. I'm going to sway your political agenda with sexy anime shit.
Why fools?
Exactly, yeah, why food?
Ah, dang it. I draw my pencil. Pencil my eraser.
Yeah, I mean, you can play this game, but see, I mean, I'm not going to use naked soccer seriously. One of the ladies had spiderweb veins and hairy legs.
Oh wow.
How's that appealing?
I don't think that's opinion. I think what they're trying to do was that, like I said, they're trying turn what's supposed to be well, the wording is negative, but I think they're trying to take that negative, make it a positive by doing the negative.
And I'm not body shaming anybody. That's far above me. But
Yeah,
these
but
women, these women
not
between the
everybody's
age of
gonna be
45
accustomed
and
to that.
60. But hold on, these women were literally between the age of 45 and 60, and one of them looked like somebody's grandma. I don't. But if my grandma was still alive, any one of them, and they did a picture like that, I would just own them. I mean, some of those women were somebody's grandma. For your grandma posed naked to the Democratic Party to send a message against Trump. No, grandma, I just own you. I'm voting Republican just because you did that. And like I said again, I'm not body shaming. Everybody's beautiful in their own right. But a political ad to not have somebody's grandma with hairy legs and spiderweb veins everywhere and talk about some vote Democrat. No. I'm sorry. That's no, ew. Like I said, that's my grandmama saying that picture, she's automatically disowned. You are disowned for good. If that was my mother in that picture, Mom, you are disowned. I'm voting Republican. Thank you, Mom. You are disowned. Thank you and have a good life. No, and I'm pretty sure all those women have kids, they have husbands, they have families.
Oh yeah, they probably embarrassed them.
They have jobs. These women probably have normal blue-collar jobs. Why the hell? Not only is your husband and your kids going to see this, your coworkers are going to see it. Your family members are going to see it. The people in your church are going to see it. Why would you do something like that to yourself?
I don't know.
Like the people don't see. This is why I say the Democrat Party is crazy. This is why I have no problem voting Republican, because think about it. It's not just the fact that they use 45 to the 60-year-old soccer mom. These people have blue-collar jobs. They probably go to church or wherever they go to. They have neighbors, kids, husbands, family members. And now the whole world gets to see them with no freaking clothes on. Talk about vote. No, ew. Be that the case, then they should have threw up a picture, a naked picture of Wonder Woman in front and say vote Democrat. That would have made more sense than what I saw.
Yeah, but they don't think like that. They just it's just it's like I said, it's just raw hate Trump for no valid reason other than he said a few mean things.
I don't hate Trump that much that I want to see somebody's grandma with spiderweb veins and hairy legs. I don't hate Trump that much. I don't hate Trump at all. I would need to see somebody's grandma butt ass naked, dog. No, it's no excuse.
I mean, if they don't like him, they can just wait a few years and vote him out. I'm like, it's like this is. I think this is why you guys are continuously losing your field because you're not thinking things through. You're acting like 5-year-old children throwing a temper tantrum, and it's counterproductive and unintuitive. You know, there are millions of ways to be more positive and be more proof positive and getting a better message out there. And
Somebody's 60-year-old grandma posing naked is not going to get me to vote Democrat. I'm sorry. It's not like they're offering anything. I mean, what do you offer in that picture? It's not like they're going to show them back your door. Oh, you vote Democrat? I'm going to give you a sexual favor of some sort. Not like you're getting any sexual favor or anything out of it. Or you're not like, oh, here's my naked grandmother, vote Democrat. No, I don't want to see your grandma naked, or your mom, or the pastor's wife from your church, or anybody else from your community naked. So vote, ew, no. So, like I said, my counteraction to that, I took a picture, the sexiest picture of Nina Phantom that I've seen since Art Simpson dated Nina Phantom, and I put Trump 2020. Like, this for that nasty, look, the Democrats want to use soccer moms to talk to vote Democrat, I'm going to use anime chicks. Like seriously, like, no. Like, it's, no, ew, no, I'm sorry. And look, if that, I feel bad for those women. I feel bad for their husbands because not everybody that knows those men has seen their wife naked. Everybody that knows those men, but it's like when those men go to work. Like, imagine going to work the next day and you know, but the guy that you worked with for 20 years, like, yo, yeah, I saw the ad, like, I saw your wife naked. What can you say to that?
Yeah.
What can you say to that? Your boss done seen your wife naked? Your best friend done seen your wife naked? The little man in the neighborhood that drops your mail off every day done seen your wife naked? The milkman done seen your wife naked? The teachers, the principal in your kid's school done seen your wife naked? Like, you can't come back from that.
No.
You can't come back from that. Like, I mean, I'm sorry. If I found out my wife did something like that, I'll divorce her. I would divorce her. I'm serious. I would divorce her. Like, seriously. Like, what possessed you to do something like that? What possessed you to take all your clothes off to protest against somebody who you feel should not be present? No, I don't care how much you hate Trump. No, we get a divorce. For what? I ain't cheat. The whole world done seen you naked. You might as well cheat. The whole world done seen you naked. You might as well cheat. You might as well go out there right now on the porch with no clothes on and open your legs up to the highest bidder. You might as well cheat. Because think about it. Then, like I said, their kids have to go to school. And the kids are going to be teasing them. Yeah, I saw your mom's vagina on Twitter. I mean, not necessarily. They didn't see the vagina necessarily, but they saw the rest of her body.
Right.
They saw. They didn't see the middle regions, but they saw
Stuff.
Even when you see it, they saw your best friend. Imagine being, you know, a son or a daughter to one of those ladies.
Mm-hmm.
They go to school the next day, and everybody in the class like, yeah, I saw your mom naked on Twitter. Like, no, you done scarred these kids for life.
But they don't think about stuff like that. They don't think about. It just feels like people don't seem to think about the consequences anymore. I mean, it's because the thing is with the internet. As that saying goes, once you put it on once you put it on the internet, it's there for life. And I don't think anybody understands that. At least of all politicians. You know, and they seem to think that it's like, oh, it's easy to get rid of stuff. I'm like, no, that's not how it works.
like I said, that's
It's like somewhere, some place out in the middle of nowhere in the boonies, somebody has a copy of something you said 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. If you are in a position of power and you use an unsafe server to do your work. By the way, that's not how email works. Email usually tends to goes through servers, and what it does is that every time you send an email, you're sending it from yourself to a server, and the server copies that, and then it sends that copy out, and then it hits the next server, and it repeats that process until it hits where you're sending it to. So you're not talking about one copy. You're talking about maybe 5,000 copies as it makes its way from one server to the other end. Just because it takes 5 seconds to make it from you to Charlie S, doesn't mean it is that one copy by itself. You're talking about 5,000 copies of that same email. Now imagine that times whatever, you know. You know, like that's how email works.
And my face to feel that way though. I mean, think about that. Like, I understand. No, actually, I don't understand. Okay, I'll put it like this. I understand that people hate the man. I understand that they don't want him to be president. I understand that, okay, you're Democrat. You're trying to send a message. You're trying to get people to vote. But by trying to get people to vote, you done scarred your kids for life. You done basically, even if your husband, even if they got permission from their husband to go ahead and do something like that, that doesn't mean it's okay.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of explaining right there.
I don't care if their husbands were there when they did it. The fact of the matter is, everybody that knows you knows that's your wife. And now you're gonna have people who are probably gonna stab you in the back because they done seen what your wife look like with no clothes on. Now you got people probably gonna go behind your back and try to sleep with it. I mean, you kids with the keys in school. I mean, and you got people who work in the school who think their kids are gonna sit there and look at you weird. You got people in the church that are gonna look at you weird. People at your job, you're probably gonna lose your job because you're gonna go to work and your boss and your coworker gonna be looking at you like, okay, yeah, well, you can't work here no more. Why is that? Because it's all over the place. Like, why would you do that to yourself? I hope those women made a lot of money from that. I hope they did. I hope those women made a lot of money from that because no, hell no. Who's my wife? I'm gonna pose naked for a message and you get ass and get the fuck out of my house too. Excuse my language, you get the fuck out of my house too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pose naked to protest Trump and you get the fuck out of my house. I don't care who you protesting against. You get the fuck out of my house. So you think about the way you taking your clothes off for that Democrat host or whatever. I want you to think about how we ain't gonna be married no more. I want you to think about all that and the kids coming with me. So I hope you had fun. I hope it was fun. Like no, seriously. The fact of the matter is you would have grounds if you wanted to divorce your wife. You got grounds. Especially if they did it without asking their husband. You got grounds. Like why you gonna divorce her? She took all her clothes off for a picture without even saying anything to me. And not only does this disrespect our marriage, the kids seen it, everybody in the neighborhood seen it, and now my kids need therapy, and now I'm getting harassed because people have seen my wife naked. So that's why I want a divorce. And I guarantee you, any judge, most judges out there, would give that man the divorce that he wants to in his favor because his wife had no business doing a thing like that.
Well, it just depends on where you are. I don't know, because because it's California. They're gonna say tough rocks, man.
No, guess what? I'm still disappearing. Divorce or not, I'm still out. In this case, I'm still out. Bye. I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it. Like I said, if for all those people who didn't understand, imagine if that was your mom who did that.
Yeah, no. They couldn't.
Minding your business, and all of a sudden, you come across that picture, and your mom is right there front and center.
Yeah, they probably couldn't get my mom to do that if they offered her $1 million.
I'm just saying, imagine for a second if it was your mom or your aunt or even your grandma. What do you say?
I don't know. Well, okay. Yeah, I know. Well, thank you. Yeah, well, those grandparents are for another day. And
but they wonder why people are going to the right side. They wonder why people on the right. I don't know who they were trying to turn on with that. I don't know what kind of sex appeal they were trying to send with that. But there's nothing sexy about that. Nothing sexy at all about that picture.
Right.
And the only reason they showed up on my timeline is because Westernized Nerve Rage had retweeted the picture after he found it. So when he retweeted it, I looked at it like, what the hell is this? Like, oh, it's a message for the Democrats, to vote Democrats. Okay, so they're using dirty tactics. All right, I got you. So
wow, talking about dirty tactics. Jeez.
That's why I went to my pictures. I went to my photos. I grabbed the picture of 9 the Phantom, the Trump 2020. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. Not a bunch of naked soccer moms who are like Jamie Lee Curtis stunt doubles. This is how you do it. Because one of those ladies in the picture did like Jamie Lee Curtis, and I don't want to see Jamie Lee Curtis naked either.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does.
Yeah, she's a little bit too old for that now. I don't want to see Jamie Lee Curtis naked either, so no, you're barking up the wrong tree.
I haven't even seen Halloween, man, so I have no idea.
You're barking up the wrong tree with that. I don't know what kind of voters they were trying to get. I don't know, maybe the old men and the old folks homes in wheelchairs. You know, that's not going to get me to vote Democrat.
Well, I don't know. It's just they changed their position so much. I don't know what their position is anymore, and so I'm like, well, best of luck to you guys. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and try and judge people, because there's no point to it. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, but I seriously hope they learn from their mistakes, because obviously they're not doing it right now.
That's not even a form of judging people. That's just downright disgusting. That's downright, utterly, totally disgusting. Like there's no excuse for that. Not even judging. It's I don't want to see little Timmy's grandma from down the street. I don't want to see his grandma naked because they're protesting the president. I don't want to see that. That's not about judging. It's about I don't want to see little Timmy's. I don't want to go to church and look Timmy's grandmom in the eye like, yeah, I seen your Twitter ad. Nice boobs. No, no, no. Hell no. No, that's not how life works. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that is not how life works. It's not about judging, it's about common freaking sense. I don't know who they're trying to attract with that type of stuff. No. That right there is propaganda that should be banned. That literally should be banned. No.
Yeah, no. People do weird stuff, man.
About them trying to protest Trump about the whole grab, the hoo-ha thing. Even if that's true, no, ew, no, no, I'm all right. I am A-okay. I'm voting all red I'm definitely voting red now, all the way down the line. So.
I mean, there could have been a million better ways to do that, and then.
Yes. There could have been many better ways to do that. I'm voting red. I'm going to vote red so freaking much. It's going to be my new favorite color. Like, no, that's disgusting. I'm sorry. No, there's nothing you can do no, there's no excuse you can give to try to make that valuable, to make it logical. No, no. There's nothing you can say to give that meaning.
Right. I don't know.
It's just, boy, this is why. I guess this is why you don't talk about politics, because you talk about politics, next thing you know, you go on Twitter and you may very well see something about one of your family members or your neighbors that you wish you never saw.
Oh no, man! They went after my family. There wouldn't be no place in this planet they can run from me from. Exactly. Like, you want to talk smack to me? Talk smack to me. But you leave my family alone.
It's not about talking smack. It's like let's talk about propaganda like that. No, I don't want to sit there and go online and see anybody I know post a picture like that. No, there's no excuse you can give me. Like, God will forgive me. I'm like, if that was one of my parents or whatever. No, hell no. Y'all are disowned. Y'all are disowned completely. You can't do that. It's the hell I can. You want to sit there and get all fair for social media? I can sit there and disown you.
Right.
I'm sorry, this is all. The thing that bugs me about this all because one man got elected. All this man is because one man got elected. Like, come on now. People need to think about this logically. Because one man got elected, all y'all done lost your damn minds. Like, come on now. Because of one man.
Yeah, like I said, man, you'll be surprised what people do.
Like it bothers y'all that much. 2 years later, it bothers y'all that much that you got to sit there and resort to all this madness. Like no, there's no excuse for this. None whatsoever. So, I mean, because they do that, I'm going to do a series of parody type pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the thing, but I'm going to use what should have been used to begin with, wifey pictures. That's what they should have used to begin with. If they would have came up, they would have did that with a picture of Bowsette in a hot ass bikini. I'm like, you know what? I could probably get down with this. I probably still would have voted red, but I understand the message. No, you use Will Timmy's grandma from down the block. No, this is different. You catch more flies than honey. That's not honey, that's vinegar. And the worst type of vinegar too. They use 75-year-old vinegar. Like, ew, no. Oh. Like this, like you said, there's hundreds of different ways they could have spun that.
Yeah. But oh well. Uh,
Exactly. That's why I'm gonna keep doing what I'm gonna keep doing. You know, I want the politics out of media. I want the politics out of fictional media. But all they did was just.
I want them to stop messing with was Captain America, Spider Man, and so on and so forth. You know.
All they did was give me some more ammo. They gave me some more ammo for my rating and something else to make fun of. There's gonna be a lot of parodies in my book. They just gave me something else to make fun of. That's all they did. You gave me more things. The more stupid things they do, the more stuff I get to make fun of. And I get to that point where I don't care who I piss off. Like, look, it's satire. Take it or leave it.
Very much.
You gonna get pissed off over satire? Grow some balls. Grow a spine. I don't know. Grow something. Y'all just gave me some more fuel for the fire. And I highly appreciate that. Because there's already a bunch of people that I'm gonna have fun making fun of. I've already done said it. Like, you know, everybody that works at Marvel and DC, they definitely getting made fun of. Especially the way they've been acting lately. And I got big plans for these people like Gail Simone and Bill Sienkiewicz. I got big plans for them. Big plans. What they gonna do? Like sue me for making parody characters? You can't do that. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Show me the law that says I can't sit there and make a parody character making fun of y'all, especially if y'all acting like a bunch of freaking children. Like I said, I'm sticking to it. I'm doing Vice President Simone. It's gonna be President Dan Skyler and Vice President Simone. And Vice President Simone, every time we see her, she's gonna be eating something. You fat shaming me. No, I ain't fat shaming you. I like to eat too. Ain't nothing wrong to eat. But since you want to be one of those assholes that work for Marvel and you want to participate in bad-mouthing fans and talking down to people because they don't like your work, you know, you just open yourself up to get made fun of. You open yourself up to get parodied, so, you know, live with it. Like I said, Vice President Simone, she's gonna do sue me. They making fun of me. How you know it's you? How you know it's you? There's a lot of people with the last name Simone. How you know it's you? Like, shoot. Like, tell me how it's you. You got glasses on. Okay. A lot of people wear glasses. She's fat. Okay, a lot of people are fat. A lot of people are female, too. How am I making fun of you? You got to prove in the court of law that I'm making fun of you. I'm going to sue you. Okay. Good luck. Only person I probably make fun of directly is Bill Sienkiewicz because he look like a demon. So every time like a zombie or a dead body shows, oh my God, it's Bill Sienkiewicz. Like even then, I'm like, yo, grow some balls, man. Like I'm the only person making fun of you.
Yeah, I think I need to really sit down and just start. I need to buy a drafting table because I think I've seen elongated in the work now and some of the stuff is off. Yeah, so because I'm looking at it now. It's like elongated necks, boobs are out of place, and certain things are out of place. Like I'm noticing the waist on this character is kind of a little stretched out, and I'm thinking, okay, it's probably because I'm sitting all of this at an angle, so I'm at a flat angle, so I need to have it more angled up so I can notice that things are stretched out too much. No. But let me head to the restroom and I'll be right back.
No problem. I'll hold down the fort. Now they pop that off. Do anybody in the chat?
I think we have one.
Yeah, one little customer. That's pretty. How you doing, little customer?
All right, bye.
Hello.
No, I'm still here. I just grabbing something from the fridge. I'm trying to figure out how far this thing can hear me from.
Well, I can hear you just fine.
Well, that's a pretty good mic then. I don't know if anybody can hear me on my phone. And I need to put a little bit more sugar into this tea when I get the chance. I'm grabbing a drink and.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, are you on a tablet? Can you see the stream or?
Well, my phone is in my pocket, so no, I can't see the screen at the moment. Why? You doing something special?
Oh no, I'm just doing work. But I was just grabbing stuff. I was just seeing how, because there was like 1, 2 people, and if nobody's talking, I can't do anything about that. So.
That's okay. I mean, you gotta start off small. I mean, at least we got some people paying attention. That means we're entertaining to a degree. I'm happy with that. I mean, shoot, like I said, I'd rather have 1 fan than have 0 fans.
Pretty true. It's just, as I'm looking around, it's like I wonder if I could use my phone as a camera, but I can't. I haven't found anything that tells me otherwise. But it's like it's already 1 a.m. So it's about. I think it's probably about time I stop. Anywho, and then so that way I can get to some other stuff. And then
I got 2 o'clock my time.
yeah. So I'm trying to be better with my sleep time. So so what I'll probably end up doing is I'll just I'll end it for tonight. We'll try again next Friday and see how this works out. But I think what I'll probably do is try to MacGyver a drafting table. See if I can get some pieces of wood and just make a table to work from. Like, yes, I can do that stuff.
Of course, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Something was saying that. So, when you gonna start working on mine again?
Probably here soon. I'm just gonna, cause I just ate dinner. I was gonna eat dinner again. Well, I ate dinner. I ate lunch, but I'm still hungry for some reason, so I was gonna get something and then get back to work on some stuff. But I was gonna kill this anyway because I realized I need a drafting table for all of this.
Not a problem.
All right, man. So I'll go ahead and let you go. If anybody's still around, thank you for coming by, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll see you guys next time.
Just let me know when you start working on mine again, and just let you know you'll get your next payment the week after this one.
All right. So let me stop this.
Put it out there, let you know.